Never let anyone, for any reason, try to convince you that you're crazy because you speak the truth. You know, we all have our own lives to live, each individual, and we can only tell our own story. No one can ever take over your story and try to manipulate your narrative for your life. Never be afraid to speak your truth, because 9 times out of 10, that's what people are trying to do, silence you. So speak your truth, because if you do not speak your truth, there are individuals out here, unfortunately, that will try to speak your truth for you. All the things that you feel that you've experienced, no one can take that away from you. No one can change that narrative, because it's how you feel and it's your story. I've noticed so many people now coming out of their shell and speaking their truth. I think it's so refreshing, you know, because 9 times out of 10, if anyone doesn't want you to speak your truth, it's because, in my opinion, that perhaps your truth will expose them. So they would rather you be quiet, and they would rather change the narrative of your life and your truth, which is weird because you're the only one who lived your life. You're the only one who knows your truth. So it's almost impossible for someone to speak your truth when the only thing that they could be responsible for is their own truth. But that's neither here nor there. What other people do and how they go about their lives is none of your concern. It's none of your business. Just focus on you. Focus on your life. Focus on your story. I don't care if your truth includes people who have done you wrong, situations that were unfair, things that you have lived that people would much rather you keep to yourself. Why? Because if you spoke up about it, perhaps it would make them look bad. But unfortunately, that cannot be your problem. And I know that sounds a little harsh, but you can't change what happened. You can't change the truth. I've always been one to question the truth. Always. If information doesn't sit right with me, I'm going to question it. Even as a kid, if information did not sit right with me, I will question it. I've never really been one to go along with what everyone else thinks or says. And that's not entirely true, because to some degree I was. To some degree I was a people pleaser. To some degree I did dumb down my truth. To some degree I did let outsiders and outside forces dictate my reality until I woke up. And once you wake up to your truth, once you wake up to your reality, once you realize you have a right to speak your truth, you have a right, because only you can tell your story. Some people have to just bite the bullet when it comes down to the role that they played in your story. Sometimes maybe it's a lesson for that individual or those individuals. Sometimes maybe your truth will hurt them, because then they have to face what they've done or what they haven't done. The same way, if someone spoke their truth and you're a part of their story, you can't take that away from them, how they feel that experience went and what that experience did to them, or how they saw that experience through their eyes in their own life. You can never take that away from someone. Rather, it's you speaking your truth, and anyone feeling like they don't want you to speak your truth because your truth makes them look bad, or if anyone else want to speak their truth and they include you in their truth, you cannot take that away from them if their truth makes you look bad, because it's their truth and it's their life. I would never anymore ever make anyone make me feel like I'm crazy for speaking my truth. I've been a truth teller for a long time, And I'm not saying I've never told a lie. That's just not the facts. But I've been a truth teller for a long time. I've questioned things for a long time. I speak up for myself. And for a long time, I didn't. For a long time, I didn't. But once I woke up to my own reality, there's nothing or no one for any reason that can silence me or take that away from me. No one. Ever. And I urge anyone out there who are suffering in silence, you feel like you're constrained, like you cannot speak on your truth, and it's tearing you apart from the inside out. It's tearing you apart. Your own story, your own truth is suffocating you. I urge you to speak. Speak. It doesn't have to be on a public platform. Make recordings of your own life. Why? Because at some point, the next generation is going to want to know your story. And the last thing you want to do is have others in charge of your story. Have others tell your story for you. Let others be your representative. Speak your truth in your own voice and in your own words. Because no one knows you like you do. There's no one who can tell you how you feel. There's no one who can tell you that how you feel is right or wrong. There's no one who can tell you that you cannot tell your story. We all have the right to tell our own story in our own words, our own way. No one can take that away from you. So never let anyone make you feel like you're crazy because you want to tell your own story in your own words, your own way. That does not make you crazy at all. And never let anyone make you feel like you're crazy because you would like to tell the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts, and people sometimes would rather do whatever it takes for the truth of your story not to be told, for the simple reason of how it's going to make them look. It's the strangest thing ever. But that's not your problem. Get your truth out. Have the courage to speak your truth in your own words. Don't ever leave that in the hands of anyone else to paint the narrative of your life. Don't ever let anyone else dumb down your truth. That doesn't make you crazy, because I know I'm not crazy, and neither are you.